welcome back to my channel. I apologize, I haven't posted a video for a couple weeks. I've just been really super busy. Have a house that we're trying to get on the market, so had to do a bunch of cleaning in it and painting and yard work and all that fun stuff. So that's coming to an end. I've been working on that primarily during weekends and then after hours from my normal job. So yeah, probably one more good week on that. So I want to take a time to go ahead and get caught up around here today. I got several little things I need to do, and then California weather. Live in Northern California, and we have had a weather streak. It seems like the weekends have either been really nasty or just not the best of weather, I guess you could say. So it's been really hard to get anything done with our current project here. We are working on this Gibson garden tractor. We're close. We're getting things lined up. We're about at the point where we're ready to start painting. Would like to clean up a few more parts before I did that, and then do some primering on all those. So what I have planned today, we have some yard maintenance that needs to be done around here. As I said, the weather's been crazy. We've gone from snow to fairly good weather to rain, lots of rain. It seems like the weekend's been filled with snow and rain. So, in fact, it rained yesterday, but today it is drying out, and that's a good thing because, as you'll see here in a little bit, the weeds have grown, and we've got to get on top of them. So, yeah, I've just got several little things I'm going to do this morning. Wanted to get some content out to you guys, let you know I'm still alive, and we are still progressing on projects. It's just been a little bit slower lately. I expect probably in a week or two, I will be able to go gung-ho again on stuff. So come around and we'll take a look and see what all we need to accomplish today. Alright, so what projects do we have lined up that we need to work on today? So, 4 weeks ago, did some work for our community, and both of my chainsaws, I did some cutting, and both of them got pretty dull. So I'd like to go ahead and get those sharpened up and put away today. And I'll show you why here in just a minute. So that's one thing. Other thing, my pressure washer rebuilt, 3 weeks ago, something like that. And I did try it out, and I still wasn't happy with the pressure. So I did pick up a new wand. The wand I had was really old, so I don't know if it was corroded on the inside, but we went ahead and did that. And then I did adjust the pump on that too, so hopefully it builds up pressure now. So we definitely need to test that out today. Here's this contraption. We're getting there. Probably not going to happen today, but our next step with the frame is I need to go ahead and scab in a piece of metal here, get it all welded in and cleaned up, and then that's pretty close to getting ready to paint. And then with that, we'll go ahead and do some plugging of some holes here, just drop some weld in them and get that cleaned up. I decided to go ahead and do that. Might as well go ahead and do it right. So that's where we're at with that. Let's see, next project. Yeah, so I did some yard work, and my equipment is needing a little loving before it gets used again. So as I mentioned, the grass has just gotten crazy weeds. Yeah, it's spring here, turning into summer. So this will be our next thing we need to get accomplished. Not sure how much we're going to be able to do today, just because as you can see it is wet, so it really needs to dry out. We'll see if that sun comes out. Oh, let's see, projects. Next project I'm going to do, and it'll probably be the first one we need to get done this morning, is my little trailer here. Been a great little trailer. I've had it for 6-7 years now, and I have a tailgate for it, and my tailgate bracket broke off. So I just need to put it back on and let it go for another 5-6 years. So do need to use it today, so it'd be nice to have the tailgate. So I think what I'm going to do is fire up the Kubota and drive it down here and pull this out. I'm afraid to get my truck down here and all the slick grass, I'll probably get stuck in my truck. So yeah, so that's what we got going on. As you can see, lots of weeds, lots of work ahead on the farm here. And then what's coming up in the next videos? As soon as I get caught back up on things, like I said, I want to start working on the Gibson tractor again. But with that, I need to get my deers going here. I'd really like to get them moved out of the way. Yeah, my 42B should run. Having issues getting it started. I'm going to check the points and see if they're corroded.
My Cub has a bad ignition switch. That'll be a video coming up. And then this tractor here has a brand new carburetor and magneto, and I just haven't been able to get it to start right. So I do want to get it going, and then I need to adjust the clutch on it. I put a brand new clutch, but it's way too stiff and won't snap over. So yeah, projects. Always something going on. So yeah, let's go ahead and get coordinated here. I'm going to move my truck around, and I'll go ahead and fire up the Kubota, get my hitch put on it, and get the trailer moved up to the shop. Alright, great. Got the trailer up here. So let me show you what's going on. So I just have a wood tailgate, and then years ago when I built this trailer, I just used some, what was that, 1x2 boards to pinch the tailgate in, just like this here. And it's held up great. Just I had some screws give out finally. So I'm just going to go ahead and put it back on today. Ideally, what's going to happen down the road on the channel is I'm going to go ahead and scab back this, and then I have some angle iron, so I can pinch it with angle iron, and that'll hold it in a lot better. But just a quick fix today, so I can use this thing and get this project taken care of. Alright, looks like we're all good for another 100,000 miles. Let's see. So probably next thing is I'm going to pull this off to the side, get her cleaned out. And you know what? I need to test my pressure washer, so maybe that's what I'll do is go ahead and test it out on this, clean the deck real good. Yeah, I'll do that, and then probably move it back and hook it up to the truck, and then I'll be ready to use it. Alright, so I got the trailer pressure washed, kind of. So I adjusted the main valve on this, and it still isn't working. So something's messed up inside the pump. God, I need this thing here in a couple weeks bad. I think the plan of attack is that I need to go ahead and pull the pump off, get the main valve spool out, and take a look and see if we got a busted O-ring or if it's gumped up, rusted up, something. I usually take really good care of this stuff. The last couple of years, this particular item's just been used and put away, used and put away, and I really haven't, ran any cleaner or anything through it. So this is my fault. This is not Ryobi's fault. This has been a great, solid unit. Like I said, I've had it for 6, 7 years. Bought it for one job, did about 40 hours of pressure washing with it, and then I can't even tell you how much else I've used it. It's definitely showing its age. So, and like I said, I did this. I messed it up. So, yeah, we'll fix it. So that'll be one of our videos coming up. We'll go ahead and tear into the pump. I have done other manufacturer pumps. It's very similar. They pretty much all use like the standard pumps. So we will be having this come down the pipe because I need to know if I need to go ahead and replace this unit or what. So, all right, got the trailer cleaned up. It's in front of the garage. Next step is going to be going ahead and moving the truck up to the trailer, get it hooked up. Then I'll probably just move it out of the way. So, yeah, then we'll progress on to the next item. All right, so we got the trailer all hooked up and ready to go. So next thing, keep motivated here. I think the next thing we're going to do is work on saws. I need to get all three of these sharpened. My big saw here, I'll show you why I need to get it going. I don't remember, something was happening to it. It may have just gotten dull. I think I may have hit a nail or something with it. So, yeah, let me show you why we're going to get these going. So, I guess this fall, PG&E contractors came through and cut down a big tree down by the power line there and just left this wood here, which is good. We'll take it, we'll burn it. But with my little tractor, this is as far as I could get it up the hill. So, yeah, this piece here is just really super heavy, and it's going to be even heavier now that it's wet. But that's why I need to get the big saw going, is so I can finish bucking this up. I could probably do it with my little saw, may have to do it with my little saw, but I think it'd be best to try to use a big saw for it. So, yeah, that's kind of where we're at. We got so much we need to do around here. Obviously, a lot of weed eating, and then brush clearing still, get a burn pile going and everything. So, yeah, so let's go ahead and try to get some saws going. Okay, one on the bench here. Let's go and start with this big boy. Yeah, I mean, I feel a little bit of teeth. You know what? I think it was just cut sideways. I think this side's really dull. This side still has a little meat. These are definitely burnt. So that's probably what it was, is that the chain needed to be sharpened. So let's go ahead and start by checking where I'm out of fluid on it. Looks good. Yeah, we'll put it there. Okay, so I think that's where we're going to start. Is let me go ahead and get this chain off. Yeah, we'll sharpen this one up first, get it going, and then we'll do the other ones. Show you how I do this. Alright, so chain is off, and here's our setup. Here's how we're going to sharpen it. Now, I will say I am not against pulling out the old file and just going at it, but I do like to use this thing. This is just a cheap chainsaw sharpener, or chain sharpener, Harbor Freight Special, and it does work fairly well. Most important thing is just know the condition of your blade, and then make sure you got your pitches right. And don't be afraid to readjust them, and keep a close eye. So I usually do a one or two teeth, and then just kind of check them, and if that's the grade or the plane I want, then I'll go ahead and do one side, rotate it around, and then do the other side. So, yeah, that's what we're going to do. We should be able to go ahead and get this chain cleaned up. Like I said, I think it was just cutting sideways, so we'll be able to continue on here, and then once we get this one going, I'll probably take it and run a couple test passes on it, just make sure it's cutting right. And then if it is, we'll go ahead and get the other saws up to par as well. Alright, so we've gone around both sides now. Definitely has a little bit of a get to it now, so yeah, let's give that a try. Alright, so obviously it runs, but it's not running very good. Alright, so obviously it cuts good. It's just not running very well. It's acting like it's loading up. So it could be the fuel. Don't think so. I usually run premix in this, the canned. So let me go ahead and pull that off. We may need to adjust the carburetor. Okay, so I pulled the air cleaner off, and it really wasn't all that bad. But with it off, I did start it, and it ran just fine. So I'm thinking it just is not getting enough airflow through. So the air mixture probably in the carburetor is messed up. Only this one doesn't really have an adjustment. So this is a John Sered saw, and it is an off-kick brand to Husqvarna. So I don't know if this is like their grade for rental yards or what. That's actually where I got this, is from the rental company I worked for. We put these up to auction, and I bid on them, got them, and they are good saws. They hold up. You can imagine the kind of abuse this thing's had in the rental industry. In fact, I think the only thing I've done to this is I had to put a new clutch on it. So, and it's usually those dogs get messed up. People get aggressive with the chains and stuff. So I'm going to go ahead and start it back up again, give it a try, then we're going to call it a win, and I'm going to get my other saws ready. Alright, so yeah, that saw is working, so we're going to move down the list here. Next is going to be this Husqvarna, and this has been a great little saw. This is one I just picked up. If you haven't already, maybe take a look at my videos. I do have a video of going ahead and getting this one running after it sitting for a while. Not a whole lot to it, but like I said, I've used it, and I do need to put a nice edge on the chain. So I'm going to go to get the chain off and get set up and go at that. I'm not going to bore you guys with that process yet again. Alright, so I got the chain taken care of on the second Husqa here, the real Husqvarna. Runs great, so it's ready to go. So we're going to go ahead and get my third saw going, and this is the one I absolutely love. I'll probably never get rid of. So this is a Dalmar. So Dalmar, I believe, was bought out by Makita, and then they killed the product line. But we started off with these in the rental yard, and they were just super good saws. So this is just a little 14-inch trimming saw, and it's just super reliable. This one I used to just keep in my truck, in my toolbox, in case if I came across a tree that needed to be lopped off the road or whatever. But I have another saw I think I'm going to put in my toolbox now that I have more room in there. So I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing. This one, the chain needs to be touched up just a little, and we'll get this one going. Alright, the three amigos are ready to go. So what's next? You know what I need to do is I need to replace some lock cores in my toolboxes in my truck, so I don't have three different keys. I have those, so let me go ahead and get set up, and we'll do that next. Alright, so what I have going on is my main toolbox has one type of key. It's a CH01, I believe. And so I picked up two more toolboxes, side boxes, and they both had, I think one was a 6 and one was an 8. So I ordered another lock core, hoping to get a 1, and I got one. Ordered another one to get them all keyed the same. Be darned if I can get it. I've ordered it 3 times and get different numbers every time. So in the process of doing that, I do have two that are matching. So I'm going to go ahead and swap out the two mismatches for those. And pretty simple process. This is the new lock cores. It just has a nut, and just back off the nut and slide it in there. So, and then the reason that I've had to do so much switching is because I didn't have keys for this core originally. This is one of the original cores. So of course I ordered one, and it's got a key, so I can key those two together. And then I may try to just order another one and see if I get lucky and get the other one from my main toolbox. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and get those put on there. Alright, got the new lock cores in. Not a very hard process. Oh, what's next? Boy, this weather just is not working with me today. I was hoping that the sun would come out and dry out some of this grass. I think what I'm going to do next is go ahead and get this cleaned up and serviced, ready to go again. And that way when we are able to mow, we got those two ready. Alright, so I've done pretty much everything that I can at this point. I do have a couple things to do this afternoon, but the big whole of the plan is better weather outside. So this is really bothering me. I do need to get this going or figure out what's up with it. So I think I'm going to go ahead and try to pull that valve stem out and take a look and see what's going on with it. And that way, if I have to order a pump, I can go ahead and get that coming in the mail. So yeah, that's going to be the next thing. I was going to do a separate video, but I'm kind of in crunch time and wanted to make sure I get something up for you guys. So I'm going to go ahead and get my tools out, and this is what I'm talking about right here. This is the main valve, and it was adjusted way out, and there was no pressure. So I adjusted it in, and it seemed like I've got better pressure with the machine off than I do on. So I'm kind of suspecting that maybe there's an O-ring in there that's gone bad. So I believe this works is if I back these nuts out all the way, pull this spring out, this clip will come out, and then that whole valve stem will come out. I think that's how this one works. Guess we'll find out together, and yeah, if nothing else, we take the pump off. So that's where we're at. Let's go ahead and get started. Alright, so I got the valve stem out, and I wanted to just stop right here and kind of show you guys what's up. It was definitely stuck up in there, and yeah, it was rusted. So I've got it out here. Now to get it out, what I did is if you remove the spring, and then this is actually the nut for it right here. Hold up just a sec. So yeah, so this is in there, okay, so but it was stuck up in there. So what I did is I just had this little adapter coupler thing, and I was able to put that on and thread the nut on, and what that did is pull it out. Now I'm looking at it, and the O-rings are definitely flattened out, and it is definitely rusted up. So that, I believe, is going to be our issue. Plunger is working. That's the bypass valve right there. So it's just a matter of getting things cleaned up now, and we will probably replace those O-rings. So yeah, fun. There we go. Alright guys, want to get you caught up. So I worked with the pressure washer. I put some new O-rings in it, and I got it working a little bit better, but I'm still not very happy with it. I need to try to adjust it one more time, and if not, I'll have to order a pump for it. So meanwhile, I've been busy with the mower, mowing the yard. So I got a little push weed eater, and that works out great. So I've been busy doing all that. So got most of the things I wanted to get accomplished done today. So that's it. So I hope you enjoy this. We will get back to regular scheduled projects and stuff. Today was just kind of a maintenance day and trying to get things going. So enjoy until next time.